I am Father Ponshano Mlenga, a Salesian of Don Bosco. I'm the parish priest of St. Theresa Parish. We are trying to bring some programs for the young people, and especially in the area of oratory, that every Sundays we try to involve many young people. They come to Don Bosco where they play and they try to pray and meet together in groups and try to share their faith.
The Salesians, they are really assisting in the running of the parish. They are involved in assisting especially the young people, in grooming the young people into leaders of tomorrow.
Recently we performed a poem and theatre on youth vocations and how we as youth should reach out to everyone, spreading the gospel, being innovative, creative and entrepreneurship.
We have tried to involve the young people in the animation of the masses. For instance, on Sundays we have two masses. There is the first mass, which is totally animated by the young people. The children. So they are the ones who sing, who are able to do the petition, the prayers of the faithful, and taking the readings. So they are the ones who are doing that. We try to encourage them to be involved in the programs of the diocese. So usually they are there when there are some activities, important events, celebrations, they go there. And they always appreciate their involvement, their participation. In the parish, we are also trying to involve the laity. You know that the church encourages that we involve the laity leaders.
Before the Salesians came, there was just a few congregations. I mean, the Christians were a few. But through the help of the Salesians, their spirituality, the parish has now grown. From the time I started working with them, they are very helpful. They help us grow spiritually. And in the church, again, we talk of integral evangelization, that when we are trying to build the faith of the people, we should also try to build them in all the dimensions. For instance, we have the development committee in the parish, and this development committee, they are trying their best because you know that from previously, the church, especially here in Africa generally, we used to depend so much on the missionaries, the donations and all that. But here we are saying no, we cannot always depend on others.
It should be a self-supporting church. We are no longer getting funding outside the country. Things have changed. So what we do, we encourage members to come up and assist as much as we can. And what we have done now, we've got what is called a dollar Sunday. But initially when we started by requesting some monies from individual families of this parish. Then later on we moved to what we call a dollar Sunday. It's not really a dollar. You can produce as much as you can. This is done normally at the end of the month. This money, which we are trying to raise, will go towards these projects. We have started with 3 things which we are focusing at the moment. The first thing is to have a JoJo tank, which is currently outside because we've been having shortages of water within this Hwange community. The next one is the refurbishment of the ceiling in the hall. And then the third one, we want to put up some benches, some concrete benches for the grotto, especially for the older people and the other Christian members. At the time when we are praying, we've got others who cannot stand for a long time.
So that's why we try to involve the laity, many leaders. So in the development committee, these leaders, they are trying to see how we can improve the church, especially in the renovation of the church, because we needed to create a good environment whereby everyone who comes to church is able to feel comfortable and feel the mood of prayer. The Salesians here, we are also trying to help the young people because looking at the situation where we are in this country, especially economically, is not that stable. So that's why we Salesians, we try to take the challenge to help these young people, because we know the young people, they are the future leaders. They are the church of tomorrow. So that's why we try to see how we can equip them with the skills which we can try to manage to help them. We are encouraging the parishioners, small Christian communities, the associations, to support our young people, especially those who can't afford, those from poor families. Some don't even have their families, so they are just staying alone. So we are trying to encourage them to try to help these young people, to support them, to pay for them, so that at least they can get some knowledge, they can get some skills, they can be independent after they are equipped with these skills.
I've observed that we are more active than most of the parishes, and we have developed it to a level where even in the diocese, people like this parish more. The singing, the liturgy, everyone participates, including the children. And I also help those the disadvantaged, although in the background, paying fees for the orphans here at the church. And when there's need, when I'm approached, I'm always available to help. I've helped a lot of people, a lot of children, and a lot of parents too.
As far as the youth are concerned, my view, I'm working under ZPC company, a company which is producing electricity for the whole of Zimbabwe and other partner companies in generation. My experience as far as the youth is concerned, and the challenges which our youth of the day is facing today, with the experience which I've been seeing in the electricity industry, it would be very much my wish that the Don Bosco College, which has been set up here, they come up with these skills which can help our youth for the future.
We try to involve ourselves, to try to bring especially the courses which are of the need today, which the young people they are looking for. So in the school, in our college here, so we try to bring those courses which can help them to grow maturely and be good Christians.
Because what we are doing now, as far as our company is concerned, the ZPC, for one to be employed within the ZPC, we are now looking for an extra qualification. I'll give you an example. If one has got to a building qualification, one has got an electrical qualification, that will come in as an added advantage for one to join the ZPC. And what we would want, and what the company is looking for, is really looking for youth within this community of Hwange who are very marginalized, unlike other youth who come from certain areas as far as Harare and Mashonaland.
My name is Jane Mukasa. I'm doing ICDC level 3. I started doing my NC here and I'm still here. So this is my last year that I'm completing my course. This is Lillian Mongu, Mrs. Chinembiri. I'm also doing industrial clothing, construction. I've been here since 2014. This is my final level, ND3, and I'll be back as a lecturer. So would like to thank the Salesians for keeping this place for us. And we hope they will keep doing that.
Okay, Miriam Mandishona. I'm here for ICDL and mathematics. You can't go anywhere without mathematics. So I understand that the teachers are good, but I'm still new. I haven't noticed anything. But as for the computers, mwah, it's for the best.
Super.
My name is Patience Zimbabwe. I'm doing short course home decor at college level.
My name is Esther Nyati. I'm doing ICDC course.
I am M. Tasa, the ICDC lecturer for all levels, the national certificate, the national diploma level, and the short courses. I've been here since January, and we enjoy working with the Salesians, and I hope so in future again.
My name is Segai Anes Murin. I'm studying National Foundation under the scholarship.
My name is Zakile Moyo. I'm the college secretary. I'm also a lecturer for business communication for students who are doing their national certificate. I joined the Salesian family in January 2015, and it's been good working with them.
So what I would want to see happening, because I've got experience of these biggest companies here, is to keep our youth within the Don Bosco so that they can stand the challenges, they can stand the chance of being employed. If we have got also a plant which is along the Zambezi, and we've got also other parishes. I've interacted with a lot of youth because there are times when I go for duties. But one thing which I've seen, the youth within that area of the Zambezi, which is the Deca mouth there, they are very, very marginalized. They can't get jobs here. And I've always been talking to them to say, listen, look at this. Try to measure yourself in these subjects like the sciences. And we've got a Don Bosco there college, which is coming up. If you can apply, it's open to everyone. That's when you can equip you with those skills and you can get a chance to be employed in these big companies like ZPC.
We are trying our best to help the young people, especially in empowering them to be good leaders. And this is what is even appreciated in the diocese, in this diocese of Hwange.
The Salesians are very influential and impactful in our ministry, as I can say. They help us, as I explained, spiritually. Spiritually, they recently, it was on the 16th of June, we attended a retreat. So this retreat was to make us as youths engage spiritually with what? With Jesus. So they organized everything, provided accommodation, provided food, and they asked us to come and draw ourselves near to God, because the theme of the retreat was coming closer to God through silence. So it was a difficult retreat where we had to go through hours of meditation, 4 to 6 hours of meditation, because we went there for an entire weekend. So there was a lot of hours of silence, then teachings on the gospel. So we really had time to sit down, gather yourself, think about yourself, think about what you have done, what you have not done, and how to reflect on your inner self and draw yourself closer to God. So it was a really new experience, but difficult one. So it really taught me as a youth that you need time to give yourself to God, to talk to him, to encounter with him in silence, learn. So it was a very important weekend in my life, which really changed the outcome of the person I am today. So the Salesians, heads off, they really are impactful spiritually in our lives. And physically, I cannot mention how impactful they are, because they really contribute a lot of things to us. For example, as I mentioned, accommodation, transport, and food was provided by the Salesians when we went for the retreat, engaging with God. They also help us, especially when we do our activities. For example, cleanup campaigns, visiting the old people's home. We do not go empty-handed, and we use the transport of the Salesians. So they are like a guiding force behind us. We just come up with the ideas and what we want to do, and they make sure that whatever we do becomes a success. So they are a really powerful force that drives us, that motivates us spiritually, physically, even economically, in such a hard-timed country, to progress and do the work of God. So basically the Salesians are a cornerstone in our lives. For example, I can mention about this grotto I am sitting behind. We as the youth groups contributed sweat and brow to build such a beautiful grotto for our own church. So basically, we as the youths are not lazy people. We are people who work hard. We are people who are innovative and creative and try to help wherever we can. It's such a beautiful grotto, and I think we really took part in building it, stone by stone, rock by rock, pebble by pebble. It really worked out into something of a masterpiece, and we as the church, the St. Theresa Church, are very proud of it. So I think the Salesians, the youth group, are a movement that is really driven by God and a force to reckon with.
As the cooperators, we animate the MCs and the junior and senior youth. With the young people, we also help them spiritual, financial, and in many ways. With Father Bruno and Father Ponciano, we try to help the youths by giving them advice, as we all know that the youth stage is a difficult stage, so they might get lost here and there. So as cooperators, we try to help them, to advise them on the right way. We are hoping to continue to work with the youth at this parish, at the community, and at the diocese level, since a Salesian cooperator is not only for the Salesians, but for the youths, every youth in the world.
Father Ponciano is the parish priest. He's a really impactful, as he always comes from us on time every Sunday, and he's someone who I feel comfortable to talk to about my life, about my eras, my hopes, my dreams. He's someone who I can depend on any time of the day, any time of the week, any moment. He recently helped me with a problem, as I didn't know what to do with my life after I finished high school. I had no clear direction on what career to pursue. So I didn't feel comfortable talking to my parents. I approached him, and he really helped me in such a way that I could. I'm really grateful for his help. He's someone who usually comes by our house. He blesses our house, and someone we can talk to, not just as our priest, but as someone more of a friend, someone you feel comfortable reckoning with, asking for advice and direction spiritually, and even in earthly things such as education and your own career.
And there is something which I try to challenge also the young people, that as far as we are trying our best, the Salesians, to empower them, that they should also take their responsibility, whereby they should be also be more committed and try to avoid bad behavior.
Kurudzira mayouth, especially young people, kuti ngatibatanei, we spread together the gospel through music, tisanyare. The priest, they inspire me. I remember Father Bruno and Father Poshano. We were having a Valentine's dinner day at Don Bosco. They called the chicken bass band to come and play with us. They did so very well. So I was very inspired. Then moving on to Father Bruno, he is also more of a character like David. He is a very strong person, and by strong I do not mean physically, but character-wise. He is someone with authority who really helps, or should I say helped, and is still helping me in building myself as a chairperson. Because as we went through a retreat, he is the one who inaugurated me into being a chairperson. So he is someone who sees potential in someone, who sees character in someone, and tries to build you as a person. He is such a wonderful Salesian priest, as he backs us and approves our activities and gives us direction. So he is a cornerstone that really helps in our youth movement and everything we do. Although we encounter various challenges economically, even conflict within our youth movement, these two pillars, Father Ponchano and Father Bruno, are people we can always run back to, ask for help, and they seem to make us overcome whichever challenge we go through. So I really do not have the words to thank these people, because they are always there for us during hard times and during good times and during our encounters with Christ. So they are really people we can reckon with, and thank you very much.
My wish is that our parish continues to be an example in the church, especially in empowering the young people.
The biggest challenge in bringing about the development in this parish, as you can see, the economic hardships which are currently prevailing in our country. The unemployment rate at the moment is very high. A lot of people are not working. And if you look at our parish St. Theresa here, is situated right in the location where a lot of people, they've gone on pension. The majority of people who are in this community are not employed. They are pensioners. But by the end of the day, we are saying we cannot sit down. We need to develop our parish. But where do we get the money from? I'm talking from experience. I've seen it. There are several times when we've tried to say, let's try to do this. It will be hard for one to say, one cannot actually raise $1. It's true. I've seen it. It's not easy. But we can't give up. But what we have tried to do is, let's try to give the little bit which we have. And we have always gone an extra mile to say, those who can afford, can you please go an extra mile and try to assist our parish? You should understand the community which we have at the moment, people, they've got no money. This is our biggest challenge. But with the grace of God, we are still striving and improving. And it's my belief that we'll manage with what we get.
If also we can be helped, especially with the youth, that they find something to do around so that they cannot be leaving the parish, like work, school, because most of the students, maybe they go to school very far, then for a long time they are not here.
You people out there, this is Zimbabwe, this is St. Theresa, a parish which is in the remote area of Zimbabwe. The people of this area, they are very much marginalized. What you can, please try to assist us. Don't give up. God will always bless you. Amen.